Hi guys. I was making tea today when I heard the news on the radio that Prince had died. And when I thought about doing a memorial manicure, the first thing that came to mind was Purple Rain. So if you'd like to see how I did this one, just stay tuned. Starting out with a base coat, I'm going to be using Ready for Takeoff as usual. And you can use whichever base coat is your personal favorite. Next, I'm going to use Zoya Harley as my base color. Then I'm going to sponge a gradient with Harley, Caitlin, and Kelly. As you saw, I used Simply Peel to make the cleanup much easier. And now for the raindrops, I'm going to be using Colors by Llarowe Liz's Eyes. This was the polish of the month for February, so it is limited edition, but you may still be able to find it on some of the other websites that carry them. And I'm going to be using a small dotting tool as well as a toothpick, and basically I'm just going to dot on some of the polish, and then with the toothpick I'm going to carefully draw it up into a little raindrop shape. Once I finished placing all my drops, I just kind of looked at the overall design, filled in any spaces where it felt like it needed another drop, or like you can see, added just a little bit at the tips. And now I'm going to finish off with Seche Feet. So here's the finished manicure, and at first it bothered me a little bit that I wasn't able to get all of the raindrops kind of even, but then I realized that it was really kind of appropriate because they ended up looking like little paisleys. And I'm sure most of you know, but those of you who don't, Prince's estate was called Paisley Park, and that's just, you know, in addition to purple, something that's really associated with him. So I'd love to hear what you guys think of this, or maybe if you feel like sharing any of your memories of Prince down in the comments. You know, I do live in Minnesota, so around here he was something of a local celebrity, and on the radio they were talking to people who remembered going to high school with him, or people who had run into him at just random places like, White Castle. And I never had an experience like that, but, like I said, he was a local celebrity and kind of, even though I didn't know him, touched a little closer to home than most celebrity deaths usually do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. And as always, thanks for watching.